Once upon a time, in a cozy little house at the end of a quiet street, there lived a curious 6-year-old boy named Oliver. Oliver had bright eyes that sparkled like morning stars and a heart full of wonderful questions about the world. Every night, as the moon rose high and the stars began to twinkle, Oliver would look out his bedroom window and wonder what adventures waited beyond the fluffy clouds that drifted across the sky. One particularly magical evening, as Oliver gazed up at the clouds painted in soft shades of pink and purple by the setting sun, something extraordinary happened. A gentle breeze swirled around him, lifting him slowly, softly, up into the sky. Oliver wasn't scared at all. Instead, he felt warm and safe, like being wrapped in the coziest hug. The wind carried him higher and higher until he landed with a gentle bounce on the softest cloud he had ever imagined. There before him stood the most magnificent sight Oliver had ever seen. An enchanted castle made entirely of moonbeams and starlight rose from the cloud. Its towers spiraled upward like swirls of cotton candy, and its windows glowed with a warm, golden light. The castle walls shimmered in shades of lavender and pale blue, and tiny silver bells hung from every archway, chiming the sweetest lullaby in the breeze. Oliver walked through the castle's great doors, which opened all by themselves with a gentle whisper. Inside, the halls were filled with floating candles that bobbed along like friendly fireflies. Soft carpets made of woven moonlight cushioned his every step. As Oliver wandered deeper into the castle, he heard something unexpected coming from behind a large seashell door. Someone was laughing. Oliver pushed open the door and gasped with delight. There, in a room filled with bubbling fountains and cushions shaped like waves, sat the most wonderful creature he had ever seen. It was a sea monster, but not a scary one at all. This sea monster was round and friendly, with scales that sparkled like 1,000 tiny rainbows. His name, Oliver would soon learn, was Bubbles, and he had the kindest smile in all the kingdoms of the clouds. "Well, hello there, little friend," Bubbles said, his voice as warm as honey. "Welcome to the Cloud Castle. Say, do you know why the ocean waves hello?" Oliver shook his head, his eyes wide with curiosity. "Because it's too polite to just wave goodbye." Bubbles laughed a wonderful, bubbly laugh that made Oliver giggle too. The sea monster's eyes crinkled with joy. "I love telling jokes. It's just who I am, you see." Bubbles led Oliver to a special corner of the room where something magical waited. There, draped over a cushion made of clouds, was the most beautiful blanket Oliver had ever seen. It was woven with threads of silver starlight and trimmed with soft, downy feathers from the wings of sleepy birds. "This," Bubbles said gently, "is the blanket of bedtime stories. It's been waiting for someone special. Someone who is truly and wonderfully themselves." Oliver reached out and touched the blanket. It was softer than anything he had ever felt, like touching a cloud made of warmth and love. As soon as his fingers brushed the fabric, the blanket began to glow softly, and a sweet, gentle voice floated up from its folds. "Hello, Oliver," the blanket whispered. "I tell stories to children who are brave enough to be exactly who they are. Would you like to hear one?" "Yes, please," Oliver whispered back, wrapping the blanket around his shoulders. The blanket told him a story about a little star who wanted to shine differently from all the other stars. While the others twinkled white, this little star glowed in beautiful colors of pink and purple and blue. At first, the star felt shy, but then it realized that its colors made the night sky even more beautiful. Being different was its greatest gift. As the blanket finished its story, Bubbles sat down beside Oliver. "You know, little one," the sea monster said softly, "I used to wish I was different. Sea monsters are supposed to be fierce and scary, but all I ever wanted to do was tell jokes and make friends laugh." Bubbles smiled his kind smile. "But then I learned the most important secret in all the world. Being yourself is the greatest superpower anyone can have." Oliver thought about this as he snuggled deeper into the magical blanket. He thought about how he loved asking questions, even when other children didn't. He thought about how he liked to make up stories and imagine wonderful things. "I'm curious about everything," Oliver said quietly. "And I love to dream." Bubbles nodded warmly. "And that curiosity and those dreams are what make you wonderfully, perfectly you." The cloud castle seemed to glow even brighter with warmth as Oliver realized the truth of Bubbles' words. The blanket hummed a soft lullaby, and the floating candles dimmed to a gentle, cozy glow. Through the castle windows, Oliver could see the stars twinkling peacefully, each one shining in its own special way. He felt so happy, so safe, and so wonderfully himself. Oliver yawned a big, sleepy yawn as Bubbles tucked the magical blanket more snugly around him. "Remember, little dreamer," Bubbles whispered, "wherever you go and whatever you do, being yourself will always be your greatest superpower." Oliver's eyes grew heavy, and a peaceful smile spread across his face. The blanket continued its soft lullaby as Oliver closed his eyes, feeling the gentle clouds beneath him and the warmth of friendship all around. Slowly, sweetly, surrounded by starlight and love, curious little Oliver drifted off into the most beautiful dreams where he was perfectly, wonderfully, always himself.